easy go.
Right guys, it's going to be a Nightfall solo speedrun on the hallowed layer. For those that just want to see the run, then skip to the time on the screen. The rest of you, showing you my card setup, weapons and subclass. First the card setup. So this is not a score run, this is a speed run, so the card's simple. We have a 0 handicap, arc Singe, heavyweight and momentum. As for our weapon loadout, we've got Parcel of Stardust on, a kinetic shotgun, loaded question and arc fusion, and Legend of Acrius. So Legend of Acrius is going to be buffed by heavyweight and arc Singe on the card. As for our subclass choice, we're using top tree striker titan, double pulse grenade, so nothing out of the ordinary. We have rally barricade on and strafe lift. Combining that with Insurmountable Skullfort means we're going to have our shoulder charge up constantly as for long and we're getting kills, and that's one of the key things to the run, having this exotic on. I would say that and having Acrius on, but that's the setup and everything. I'd show me the run. So what I'll do with this run is I'll try to explain each part, each segment, and the choices that I made to get a run like this, a really quick run. Of course, we're on our Sparrow right now. We can Sparrow to the entrance of the actual Nightfall, which is here. And we're just kind of waiting for full Sparrow energy at the bottom so we can do our side layer. So I do one there, and I do another one round that corner since it helps. And we're kind of waiting for this door, and then we can Sparrow past this. The hardest part with Sparrowing in this room is kind of practicing it, getting it down. I didn't do it perfect myself, but it is the quickest way to get through it. Okay, so with this room, the plate room, the first plate room, we're looking to take down the major first, and we're jumping on the plate straight away. With these plates, the way they work, they don't work like they maybe would in Pyramidion or something. You can't keep jumping up and down on them, or you can't go on the very edge, they won't collect. You need to be physically on them and they will go down. We're just trying to get as much super energy as we can, as we're kind of farming super energy as we're going through it, since the run's pretty tight. We're going to look to one phase the tank, so we're kind of waiting for him to come out. When we break a leg, he will do his bubble, which that's great for us, means no ads will bother us and we can strike him down with Acrius. With this bit, I'm waiting for the checkpoint to clear. You can't just go ahead, you have to let the game know that you've kind of done it. Once it comes up, you can actually go, so that's kind of annoying, but something you've got to do. So in this room, we're kind of farming our super, like just getting 1 or 2 orbs, and then we can kind of move on. Since we want around about 80% of our super, then we can move to the second plate room, which is going to be 2 plates this time. There is some RNG involved with it, but there's things that you can do to help you get through it without having to kill any ads at all. So as you can see, momentum's proccing as I'm running around. I do have traction on, which means that you have a tighter turn radius, which traction is a perk that really helps out in this, since you can turn around quicker. And it's good on a plate like this actually, but traction isn't needed, but it does help. Another thing, I'm only kind of circling the half of the plate. I'm not going too close to where the ads are, since you might not look it, but you can get wrecked on the plate even with momentum on. It all depends on if snipers are hitting you while the captain's hitting you. You know, things can happen on it. If you kind of circle at the back half of the plate, that will help. Right now we're just kind of waiting until the very last second the plate collects, and then we're going to instantly pop our super. 2 reasons why we'll do that. That's because we can skip the ads in this room. We need it for damage resistance, as it's hard to get past. Plus we need it for an essential part for the ogre. So as soon as this gate goes up, we're going to show the charge past the gate. That then allows us to come behind the blue wave. We can double pull snare the ogre and effectively spawn kill him. Come back here. That just makes it quicker. Once we've done that, we can then move on. So this is also going to be another skip. We can skip a lot, but I am going to control the charge at least twice to get my double pulse grenade back for the boss room. If the boss was one phaseable solo, then this run would be a lot different, but this boss probably is the most infamous one for not being able to do a lot of damage. His HP works in segments. You can only do so much. Even if you reckon him, it'll come to a point where he's just immune. So for this first phase of damage, if you like, we're going to double pulse grenade, and we're only going to Acrius him twice. Since he does his arc pool, he will wreck you in it, so we only have time to hit him twice, but double pulse grenade, 2 Acrius shots will get him immune, it'll get him out of the room, and then it's just me and the ads. So on this bit we're just kind of full charging when we can, taking down the ads. Once this mini phase is over, we're going to get the main phase of ads coming up, which is actually easier than the phase that is done. Since this phase, it might look harder, but all the ads are rushing you, which is kind of perfect. They're not running around from you, they're running towards you, which makes them easy bait just to kill them all pretty quick with solo charging and pulse nade. On this phase, on each main phase, there's always a big ad to kill, or a major if you like. On this phase, first phase is a captain, just a major captain. But on the next phase, that'll switch up. As soon as that's over, the boss will go back to mid. We want to get him immune straight away, and that will then trigger the next phase, which the next phase is where he'll drag you into him. The interesting thing is that when you shoot his shield, it'll go from arc to void. I've never noticed that before. It's kind of interesting. The same again, we're going to get him immune again to then for him to do his move again. We use loaded question, take down his shield, and we can put an Acrius shot in each time we do that. After that, then he's going to teleport out of the room, and then it'll be another mini ad phase, which I wanted to use my super on. Since the ads move around a lot, it means my shoulder charge is less potent. Once that phase is over, we're going to get the second main ad phase. So it's going to be the same as before. I'm not sure if there is more ads than last time, but there's a different major. This time we'll have an ogre, or a equivalent of an ogre for these ads coming up. Any opportunity that we get to pulse nade, we will, since we'll be getting a ton of pulse nade edge each time we shoulder charge. This will be the actual final phase within this phase, which the ogre spawned in. You want to kill him as quickly as you can if you have arc Singe on, since he will wreck. So I double pulse naded him, and that done the job. As soon as that's over, boss again will go middle, get him immune, and now we can ignore all ads. We're just waiting for him to do his move, and if he does his move twice, we'll get him within 2 phases of damage. Same again, we'll use loaded question. The interesting thing, when he drags you in on that move, momentum will actually proc. So you are safe in that move with momentum. Now double pulse naded the boss, and then we finish him off with Acrius. And that was a speedrun on the Hallowed Lair. Obviously this is aimed at Titans heavily, since I think Titan's probably the best class for it. For me. However, a Night Stalker is going to do so well for you at the boss room. A Warlock's going to do well. I guess also all classes are going to do well as long as you pick a build that's focused on ad clear. Another thing with heavies, Sleeper Simulant would do you well if you're doing a Solar Singe one. Thunderlord even, you know, but I liked Acrius since it was great for the tank and the ogre. But that was their run anyways. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.